A Reform politician got into hot water this week by saying something racist. I'm now joined by another white man to discuss whether or not it was racist. So, was that racist thing that she said racist? Look, she's apologised, and I think we can all agree that what she said was offensive. But was it racist? It was crass and offensive. That's not really answering my question. What she said sounded bad, but in the party we've discussed it and decided that she didn't actually mean it like that. Sorry? She sounded like she was being racist, but she actually meant something else. So what did she mean? She meant that she was being driven mad by seeing so many black and brown people in adverts. That's literally what she said. But God, you've got me doing it now. Look, what I just said is not what I meant to say that she actually meant to say. What? Because after all, what is racism? You seem like the perfect person to ask. Racism is an attitude, it's a vibe, it's a feeling. It's about what you think. If you say something that sounds racist, but you don't think you're being racist, then you're not. So how can you tell what someone thinks? By what they say. But if what they say is what they actually think. But she said seeing black people drove her mad. People don't just say things they don't mean. Oh, my sweet summer child. So you're saying that she was lying, that she isn't driven mad by seeing black and brown people in adverts? No, I'm saying that she didn't mean what she said when she said that. But how do you know? Because she said so. But how do you know that she meant what she said when she said that? Because she'd have to be mad to say something actually racist out loud on TV, wouldn't she? Even these days? Fair point. But look, if she'd wanted to say something racist, she'd have said something actually racist. But this wasn't that. She was simply trying to make a point. What point? Well, people have legitimate concerns about mass migration and also about overrepresentation of ethnic minorities in advertising. Why have you put those two things together? Does that not suggest that you think that all ethnic minorities are migrants? And does that not make you sound a bit, well, racist? But the important thing is that when I said the racist thing, I didn't think I was being racist. Or at least you can't prove that I did, which is basically the same. Thank you. Not racist. Next up, as Donald Trump says that he'd love to run for a third term, despite that being unconstitutional, we ask, at this point, would it simply be easier for us to report only the things that he says and does that aren't illegal? Or would that make the news too short?